Helen, Pathway Hub, yet again at your service. It's winter, second term it is, and it's actually the principal exam year, that exam time that we all know, and those are the results that a lot of parents need to pay attention to. Why do you need to pay attention to, and why as a student do you need to pay attention to your second term results? Well, here's the thing. This is a definitive time when you can see how close you are to the mark and how far away you are from the mark, especially if you're doing your O-level and your A-level exams. It tells you how much work you need to be doing in the next couple of months so that you can succeed in the role and rather not be taken by surprise. So parents and students, your midterms are important exams, the exams that really give you a ball mark of where you're going. Now, here's a couple of things that I have students ask me, do my grades matter at the end of the day? I'm a sports person and I'm looking at having a sports scholarship that I'm going to run with, or I am so great and fantastic in my arts, I don't really want to be a scientist, so my physics and my chem are not really part of what I'm pushing. Well, here's the thing. There's a thing called GPA, grade point average, where schools generally take the compass of all your programs, put them together and assign a number, and usually it's 1 up to 5 in Zimbabwe or 1 up to 4 in various other countries. Now, this number, does it summate who Helen is? Well, not really, but it gives us an indication of where your strengths are and also gives us whether you're a fully rounded person. So ultimately, you do want this GPA to be at a fairly good rate to allow for you to have more opportunities to open up for you, as well as if you are thinking of doing some form of sports scholarship, rugby, soccer, tennis, swimming, you still now need a GPA of about 2.5, which is about a C grade. They need an average C grade. So they'll take all your grades, put them together and see what your composite number is. So this is why your midterms are important, because they set the pace for the next couple of months that you'll be running the race towards you doing your exams. So parents, please pay particular attention to this. Please pay attention to your subjects. Look at your subjects and say to yourself, how well am I doing? If you do your midterms and you really are far behind, that is your chance to stop, reassess, and decide what steps am I taking to get myself to the next level? Because I have a lot of kids who get to the end of the year, and as you know, I do my failing forward video that I thought I was going to get A's and I didn't get A's. Well, this is your time to make it up and to get it right. So second term matters on your academics. Second term also matters, especially for those students in A-level. When you start doing university applications, we want to know a little bit more about you beyond your academics. So you've given me an amazing A grade. But what else do you bring to the table, Stella? What else do you bring to the table, Richard? If you don't have anything else to the table, you're competing with people who have so much going on. So here's a couple of things to help you. Are you involved in a club at school? Clubs. They make a difference. They show us leadership. They show us whether you're compassionate, whether you have, other things that you can bring in. So you're in debate, for instance. That's an amazing club to be involved in. It raises your leadership. It raises your confidence to be, maybe you're in scripture union at school. So again, we start to see a compassionate element, and that means you can go towards community scholarships that you can apply to and show that we went to this home and we made a difference at this home and helped the aged and gave them books or socks or blankets, and this is what I've done. That is building your portfolio beyond your academics. So your second term is a second term where you must run that race well alongside your academics. Is what extra do you do? If you want to get into a sports scholarship and are looking at a sports scholarship, yet again, this is the time to do it. Videos, times. You have to evidence your talent. So your second term is what you need to be doing. So if you're wanting to do that, you need to work with mom and dad. Dad, mom, you need to be engaged in that process. I have a lot of students who come to us when they finished their A-levels and say to us, well, I was an amazing basketball player. Well, good on you, but we don't have any evidence. Right. I was an amazing soccer player. Again, good on you, but we don't have any evidence. So Dad, this is your time to take your phone, go to every single game and run up and down the field taking videos of your son or your daughter to ensure that you have some evidence that they've been doing it. Mom, always good administrators, you're the one to go back to the school and say, I want my certificate for my child winning the race or playing a tennis game or playing a match, because that's what you need to do to evidence. Second term is a critical term. It's when we have most of our sports. It's when we have most of our clubs. It's also when we have to look at our academics. So second term, parents and students, is such an important time. Can you run that race well? You should be running that race well. Parents, support your students, support your children. Don't come to the end of the year, don't come to August holidays and say, are you ready to write an exam, when you have not given your child the support that they need. Go to the field, get the videos if you're looking at sports scholarship. Encourage your children to go into clubs. And no, that does not distract from the academic. It adds onto the CV and the portfolio when they start applying onto university. And lastly, and most importantly, make sure your grades are up to par. Keep inching on. If you're a C grade, start knowing now that I need to push to get to a B, so that if I get to the exam and it is horrifically hard, at least I can drop down to a C. If you're already sitting on a C and a D, it can only go south more than it will go north. So parents, this is the time to work on it. Students, this is the time to work on it. Career guidance counselors and the school, push your students for that last win so that we can get them into their next destination and into the next area of life as they move forward. Miss Helen, Pathway Hub, Harare.